listening to Enough is Enough with Mustafa Majid. That's right, y'all. Here on WPEB Radio, every Tuesday, 5 to 7 p.m. 88.1 on your FM dial. WPEB Radio. We believe if you can conceive it, you can achieve it. That's right, y'all. If you're not listening to Mustafa Majid, then your radio just isn't on. Enough is enough. No more self-destruction, no more verbal or physical abuse to one another, to our men, women, and children. No more raping, no more abandonment. It's time to rebuild the family structure. Mustafa is here to stand tall for you and with you. Call us. Let us know your thoughts, your input. Check us out.
Yes, yes, yes. Enough is enough, huh? Come on now. And all right, that's what's up. That's the groundbreaker. Talking about brother Mustafa Majid. Enough is enough. This man that I have on this first guest, he's powerful. His story is powerful. It's fascinating, and it's incredible. And I have him here. And without further ado, you know, I usually come and do my little thing, this, that, and the third, but nah, not tonight. Nah, not at all. Okay, you feel me? Let's bring out the groundbreaker, Mustafa Majid. Huh?
Assalamu alaikum, my brother. It's an honor and a pleasure, brother, being on your show.
Oh, no doubt. It's an honor to have you, man, most definitely. And you know, Lamont Baker, but I got to tell you a story about Lamont. I don't know if you know, but Lamont, man, I think he was leading a double life, right? I thought his name was, Lamont, and everything. I went on Facebook after I moved out of Harlem, and I said, well, let me, I'm looking on Facebook, and I said, wait a second, this brother here looked like Lamont. But the name was Chucky Chuck.
That's right. That's what they called him when he was younger. Call him Chuck.
Oh, you knew about that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because he didn't know that you knew.
Yes.
And then he invited me. He said, yo, man. He said, George, after we befriended, we talked a minute, the whole thing, got reacquainted. He said, yo, I want you to come to this thing, Springfield Day. Right? And this is the picture I seen. I said, oh, shit. What, Mike, I thought he was, Lamar was always promoting and producing and all about that bag. That's all right. He's doing some charity shit in the park. He's trying to raise some money or whatever. I didn't know he was rapping.
Right.
I didn't know he rapped.
Yeah, a lot of talent.
Yeah, well, he got a lot of talents. When I went to Springfield, they kept saying Chucky Chuck, Chucky this and that. And I said, wait a minute, I thought I was bugging. I had taken acid back in the day. My past is messed up. I thought I was having flashbacks. Chucky Chuck rap. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Yeah. So I said, yo, man. And I asked a brother on the street, I said, yo, where's Lamont Baker? They said, who? They didn't know Lamont Baker.
Yeah, right.
I said, oh, there he is. They said, that's Chucky.
Yeah,
I said,
that's right.
Chucky, hold up. I saw his cousin. I said, yo, Lee, check this out. What's going on with Lamont? He said, what you mean, George? I said, is Lamont in any trouble? Is he in the witness protection program? I didn't know what was happening. Right. So you knew about Chucky. But yeah, so he turned me on. He was the one. I'm thankful and blessed, man, that, I remember this is you and him at the Phil Donahue show.
That's right.
Huh?
That's right.
Back in the day. Yeah, I said, oh, okay. And that thing, enough is enough, brother Mustafa. This is
me at my radio studio. And I had all the major police people from the neighborhood who was complaining about they can't sleep at night because some of our young folks, didn't have too much respect for the neighborhood. So I told them to come to my studio and we'll be on the air. And I said, I will talk to them and I will let them know that we're not going to tolerate this any longer. And
No doubt.
the people loved it once it stopped.
I know that's right.
New sheriff in town.
So check it. That's the real Bonnie Chambers. She's out of Chi-Town, Chicago. She has her own show as well, Brother Mustafa. The real Bonnie Chambers podcast, and she's doing some good things. Her daughter is 16 years old, and she's fighting. She's a champ.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. And she says, "Hey, Mustafa." Yeah. And then you got Poncho, the Puerto Rican. We call him the Puerto Rican bad boy.
Okay.
Poncho on the check-in. Lamont and I were at his house this past Sunday watching the game and eating some oxtails.
Right. Okay. That's one of my favorites.
All right. And he can throw down. He makes something called a Rasta pasta that's just amazing. Incredible. He can burn the Rasta. So he said, "What's up?" on the bad boy. That's my boy Poncho. And we got Karen. She's out of Wisconsin. She's a white sister. I call her that because she's invited to the barbecue. Okay. Let's give it up. Yeah, she's down. She's in the culture. Right. She's got several rap artists, and Karen is she's cool people. She's out of Wisconsin. We got Aaron Rodgers. You know what to tell? You last time it was in Harlem. Yeah. You was uptown in Sugar Hill, all around. We was up. Remember we were in Nefertiti that night. You know, with the dude Mark Baker had produced that show. But now you in Philly. Tell me about that.
Well, Philadelphia is a very fascinating city. This is where the Constitution and independence started. You know what I'm saying? So when I seen how Blacks and Latino was being treated in Philadelphia when I moved here, I was really upset and a little disturbed. So I went to the mayor and told him about what was going on. And it went on deaf ears, trying to get more people, you know what I'm saying, in the motion picture and television industry. So, brother, as you know, I don't talk too much.
No, you don't.
So I had to go out and just start shutting down motion pictures and television and construction sites to let them know. Because at first I came there with Don King, and I asked the mayor, was Mayor Nutter, I said, "Can you just do me one favor and remember the name Mustafa Majid?" I said, "Can you remember that?" He said, "Oh, certainly." And I wrote it down for him. And I said, Mustafa Majid, because I wanted him to remember my name, because when I started shutting down things in Philadelphia and raising pure hell, I wanted him to remember my name. Nobody else but my name. Brother, you know what I'm saying? That's when they came out. They said, "Yeah, Mustafa, the mayor like to speak to you." I said, "By all means, I have no problem with that." So I went to him and told him what and I sent him letters, and he never sent me a letter back. I said, "Oh, so he just going to ignore my letter, probably put it in the garbage can." I said, "Okay, brother." After I got through with Philadelphia, I went throughout Philadelphia, west, north, east, and south. He knew what I was all about. And he said, "What can we do?" I said, "What I want you to do is to talk to the unions, and you let them know if they're looking to build anything, a doghouse in Philadelphia, they're not going to be able to do it, because I'm going to shut down everything that they go. I don't care what block, what area." And I said, "Now, Noah, you are not going to believe me, so I'm going to have to demonstrate for you." And brother, I went out there demonstrating. I had buses and trucks, and I was out there on the street from sunup to sundown dealing with this. Now,
I remember when you were in town.
Didn't understand the plight that I was trying to get across, because our people, we don't complain enough. We don't complain about things that's happening. You know what I'm saying? You almost have to burn our neighborhood down. That's when the people come out and they want to do something. I said, don't tell me you're a Christian or any religion. If you don't do nothing, then you don't believe in God. That means that you don't pray. So if you're a praying family, you'll come out and you'll do something about it. And with Dick Gregory and Paul Mooney, they came out to hear them. They came out to the shows because they loved the entertainment of Paul Mooney and Dick Gregory. And those two brothers, I love them, even while they are dead and gone. But they know I love them even when they was alive on this planet. You know, and Dave Chappelle, he's the same. But brother, it's time for us to really come out and do all that we can to help bring our people to the point that we have to take on what we have to take on. We can't leave it to people like Louis Farrakhan, who I love also, and all the other leaders that we have in our community. We got to be responsible for one another.
And this is what it's about here. I was running this as you were speaking about the groundbreaker, your life story, as you were breaking down how you shut down the construction sites that didn't have Black and Latino workers, men of color, women of color, and then movie sets. Women. I remember in New York when you were in New York, uptown, and then midtown, downtown. I think Koch, the mayor, it threw you money, man, just to try to stop you from like Mustafa.
Yeah, $1 million for my program, training them and then placing them on jobs. You know,
I remember that, and because I want to play your movie so powerful. I saw it and I was blown away because I was like, wow, you know, I knew you were a heavy cat. I knew you were a powerful brother. I knew that, you know, because I remember the first time I was in a club uptown and Perks, and you stuck your head in. You had on mink hat.
Yes, sir.
It was just cold blood. I said, in the music stopped. It was like, who's that? Because I said, yo, I said it wasn't just. I was like, who the fuck is that? It was like, yo, B. Say, yo, G. You don't want to mess with him, you know, because he don't play. You feel me? He's about it, about his business, about it, that bag, that whole thing. But he take care of business. He's shutting. I say, shutting construction sites down. What are you talking about? He shut them down.
Right.
He shut down the movie set. Right. Something about Kojak,
Boy the Fairchild, Woody Allen. Shut them all down, brother. Every one of them.
Nah. I said, nah. I said, Kojak. I said, because there was something on a somebody was saying something. Because first of all, I wanted to also say our condolences to brother Harry Belafonte.
Oh yes, my brother, I love it.
I know there was an association with you and Harry as well, Mr. Belafonte.
Yes.
Elaborate on that.
Well, you know, when I met Harry Belafonte, he was doing a lecture with the Hutland brothers. They're the one who did Boomerang with Eddie Murphy.
Boomerang.
Yeah, you would say House Party 1, House Party 2. You would say, and I was there to listen to him. And when he got through with his lecture, he asked me, he said, Mustafa, what is your occupation? What do you do for a living? I said, I choked the hell out of racist white boys. You know what I'm saying? And he said, can I lend you one of my whips? I said, no question. I'll take one of your whips. You know what I'm saying? And me and him got along very well, brother. He's a courageous brother, and God bless him for everything that he had done in this life.
Yo, God bless you as well, man, because the work that you're doing, the plight, and you've been doing it. You're not new to this game.
I'm true to this game. I'm true to this. I'm not new to it.
That's real. Nah. And I want to show clips of, we're going to show the whole, but in clips, because it's like it's much needed. We got 556 people in here now, and let them see what's going on here. This is the first segment.
The truth is only to come when the falsehood has failed.
Yes, sir.
As long as falsehood can rule, it remains. Like night. As long as the night can rule, you won't see no day. We will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day.
It will forever remain an indelible blight on human history that the apartheid crime ever occurred. It will forever remain an accusation and a challenge to all men and women of conscience that it took as long as it has before all of us stood up to say enough is enough.
The gods was angry when Prometheus gave the gift of fire to the common man, but can spare light a jar. The powerful people in the New York City government was angered when out of nowhere came a black man who forced them to give good paying jobs to minorities in the construction and motion picture industry. Mustafa Majid, is this brother a civil rights activist, a gangster, criminal, or a saint to the unemployed and disenfranchised? He most definitely is a thorn in the side of the construction industry and the film and television filming in New York City and Philadelphia. He has no desire to be an actor, and he cannot be bought. Does that make him a boon to the forgotten non-union black technicians fighting to get into the film industry? You bet. Is he a changer, a groundbreaker, a maverick, a kamikaze, or enforcer, or an intimidator? Could he be a modern day interpretation of Robin Hood? Maybe he is a sinner. On the other hand, if you are standing on the minority side of the street, he is a Shaka Zulu warrior and a safe that gathers up strong, unafraid black men around him when he meets racism face to face. I'm a freedom fighter. I don't look for changes, I make changes. In every episode, I'll be going after the corporate criminals, the big guys, the one who take advantage of the blacks and Latino. I'll be coming after you relentlessly. I know who you are, and I'll be visiting you very soon. When blacks and Latino come to your corporation with their resumes in their hand, and you turn them down because of favoritism, racism, and nepotism, and they have to return home to their families to give them the bad news that they didn't get the job. When I come to you, I won't be coming asking for favors. I'll be coming to whip ass.
The black man and black woman here in America, we lack one significant problem that brings about the domestic problems that we have, and that is the knowledge of self. Without knowing the knowledge of self, we cannot love one another.
Wow. Powerful. Powerful. No doubt. And brother, you have to get this project greenlighted. Now you did the movie. This is the movie, the groundbreaker.
Right. This the movie that's going to be coming. That's being actually really. It has been finished already. My producer in Hollywood, his name is Charles Small. So
okay,
so what we are trying to do, we are trying to get all of the top players in the motion picture and television industry to come up with at least, to do this particular TV series, it's going to be about $50 million, maybe more,
right,
maybe less. But that's what we're working on. And we
the budget for them people, though. Huh? I said that's a drop in the bucket for
Oh
them.
yeah, right. 50 million is.
They play.
That's right. I mean, I done dealt
Yeah.
with Kojak. I done dealt with all of the top people, and Hollywood know of me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Through just coming to America, or actually coming to New York City, and facing me face to face on all of the past movies that has came to New York. So I just hope that this would be something that Black folks need to see, and white folks, because this is a true story. This is not make believe.
No doubt.
This is not make believe.
No,
this is true.
This is real.
Yeah, this is real.
Listen,
Can't get no real than this.
Nah, when you stuck your head in that club that night, you stuck your head in there, and that was enough to shake everybody up. Some people ran downstairs, and the bus was, them motherfuckers go, where are they going? It must have owed you money or something.
But that's how much I love my people, brother.
No doubt, no doubt.
And I don't like to see us hurt one another.
Right.
Kill one another.
I want to show this next clip, and that lays the foundation for the groundbreaker, your life story. And this next one here, this is self-explanatory.
At this moment to us in the communications industry than this activity, what we're trying to do here. Unfortunately or fortunately for us, we are in North Carolina on another engagement, but this is where it's at. This is the most important thing taking place in the communications industry right now. This struggle to bring equity, to bring justice, to give jobs at all levels in the communications industry. That's what this is all about, this communications industry skills center. The title almost sounds like a lecture or a course, but it's flesh and it's blood, and it's concerned with the most important struggle confronting the country, particularly in the Black communities today. We're talking about jobs, really. And we're talking about jobs in every aspect of this industry. Now we know that now we can look on the television and in motion pictures, and we see a lot of Black faces, a lot of Black names, and we feel good about that. It's good to know that our people are represented at the top levels of the entertainment industry, that we are down front and that we are on camera making our statements and telling the world who we are in the best possible way. But that's only really one part of the struggle. What about what happens behind the camera? What about the crews who shoot the film, the sound people, the people who build sets, costume designers? What about all those categories in the entertainment industry, which is still predominantly lily white? Now, until we do something about that, we really can't say that Black people have arrived on the American scene. Martin Luther King, for example, continually warned us about tokenism because he knew that America was ready to integrate a few of us at the top, those who were star quality, the celebrities, the bright ones, the shining ones. America would be glad to open a little and let some of us get through and get even as far as the top, but only on an individual basis. That's good, but it's not enough. We got to do something about those who are not star quality, those who don't even give a damn about being in front of the camera or in center stage, those who are concerned with power, those who are concerned with craft, those who want to give a good day's work for a good day's pay. In other words, there's a season when Black folks are in, and then when everybody gets tired, there's a season when Black folks are out again. Now, the fact that some of us are in at this current moment and in at the top level does not guarantee that when America decides that it's time to go home, that she won't push us out of the door again. We have got to install in the industry people at all levels of competence and of power, people who have skills, the jobs, who can lift the cables and sew the buttons, and fetch the water. And also middle managerial people, people that are mid-level, people who can manage things, people who can organize things themselves. What we need is an industry-wide push. And for the industry-wide push, we need not only the support and help of individuals, but we need institutions. And institutions usually start with one man or one woman, 2 or 3 people who see the problem, who decide that they're going to devote their lives and their energy and their time to solving that problem. People like Emma Bowen, people like Cliff Frazier, people like Mustafa Majid. These are not all, but these 3 people I know personally as friends and as fellow strugglers. And I'm heartened because I know that they are out there in the field. And when I look around me as I'm shooting and I look around me as I'm making films, and my heart breaks because nobody beside me is black in the set, and I say to myself, this is not the total picture, and this is not going to be this way always, because there are people, there are institutions who are steady on the case, who are putting pressure where pressure belongs. Now, these people may not always be the polite ones. They may not always be the diplomatic ones, because they're involved in a struggle. And they know that sometimes you got to struggle hard, and agitation requires that you may even have to do unpleasant things. But they do it because it's necessary to crack open the door in this industry. This industry, which makes a lot of money off of the patronage of the blacks and Hispanics and women and whatnot, and yet doesn't respect them enough to open up some of those job opportunities. It would be nice if this were the kind of world where everybody recognized what his duty was, and everybody was kind and open and general, and say everybody deserves, in a democracy, that we should be equal and there should be job opportunities all over the place. It would be wonderful if that were the case. It is not. This is a world where racism is still rampant. This is a world where women still are treated unequally. This is a world where there are many problems involving some groups who haven't got the same opportunities as others. And as long as that is the case, we're going to need individuals who dare to struggle, individuals who don't mind putting it on the line. Some of these people have put their lives on the line, and some have gone on to glory because their lives were taken. Martin Luther King is one example. Malcolm X is one example. Medgar Evers is one example. People who knew that it takes more than talk and mouth music to get change to come about. This is a fundraiser, and we need money. But more than that, we need awareness. We need that people understand what is happening here. Mustafa Majid, who is a young, old friend of mine, a young man, and I admire him greatly, because Mustafa understands what is happening and what is not happening. And Mustafa also understands how to change things. He is at the point of conflict, the point of decision. He is one of those people who can force the industry to respond. But Mustafa can't do it alone, nor should Mustafa do it alone. We who have gotten any place in the industry have got to get behind Mustafa. We got to say, Mustafa, while we're out there in the front, man, we need somebody in the back taking care of business. And it's good to know that you're out there, brother. And you can always count on us, because what you're doing is for us as well as it is for you. And the new stars of today, the Oprah Winfreys and Eddie Murphys and Arsenio Halls and the others who are coming along, who've made their name and made their mark, it doesn't hurt that even they remember that the way for them was prepared by somebody who struggled, who hustled, who pushed, who screamed, and who kicked. Now, I see these young people, and I'm happy, and I see that they're doing a lot of things. They're making changes. These people like Oprah, who will buy the works of Zora Neale Hurston and see that they get on the camera, or Eddie Murphy, who will buy the works of August Wilson and see that they get on camera. These are good steps.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Yes, it is. Thank you, brother.
Yes.
God bless you.
And I mean, you look very regal, like where you sit now. I mean, and that set up in the back, the whole nine, yo. No doubt. I remember first time I came to your crib in when you in Fort Lee, New
Yes,
Jersey.
sir.
He looked up Gloria.
Gaynor. Gloria Gaynor.
Yeah, yeah, I Will Survive, and that spot was like, whoa! It was mind blowing. I stepped in there, and I was transcended. I was like I was in another, someplace else. I was like, whoa! Each room had a theme,
Yeah.
and it was just one was just more elaborate and more fascinating than the other. You know what? Besides, we're here.
Yeah.
Let's get with the
Yeah.
groundbreaker. I'm on the groundbreaker. This is
Yeah,
incredible. This is
brother, I
mind-blowing.
lived in the ghetto from childhood, so I didn't know nothing else. But I mean, now I just feel that now I'm ghetto fabulous.
Ghetto, no, for you beyond ghetto fab. That's a fact. I know people that are ghetto fab. I might be ghetto
Yeah.
fab. But yo, that spot was incredible. But what I'm looking at now is elegance, royalty, the whole nine, man. And that's you.
Yes, sir.
That's who you about. There's no
Praise
doubt.
be to
And
Allah.
this people, I need all praise, alhamdulillah. But the thing is, when Ozzy Davis is singing your praises, and what the fight that you're fighting,
Yes, sir.
and he's championing, and this is who's behind you. This is the people that are standing to the side of
Yes,
you.
sir.
Now this is if this project is going to get green lighted, and you want a TV series, you got the movie,
Yes, I got the movie.
you got the movie,
True
right?
story.
You had your producer, everything is in place, and do I want to play the next clip, or do you want to elaborate?
Well, brother, you're saying, like I say, we're going to need about 50 million because
Right,
there's so many people that I've met along the way. So this story is bigger than me and all the people that I had with me during the time is bigger
right.
than them. So this is a blessing from Almighty God Allah. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to
Alhamdulillah, no
touch
doubt.
everybody. I'm telling you, this TV series, you ain't never seen it before. It's gonna blow your wig off your head if you got a wig. That's how powerful it is, brother.
That's not. Listen. Let's just keep it rolling. Let's keep going on that note.
And we can't do it ourselves, but we can delegate authority. We can turn to Brother Mustafa Majid and say, hey, brother, here's a couple of bucks, and I'm behind you in this fight, and I want what you do to succeed. Now, a lot of people in our own community have never heard of Mustafa Majid. And to some degree, that is good. You know, you need somebody that is so quiet that he can get into the gate sometime before anybody knows that he's coming and can do his hell raising once he gets inside. But also, our people are people of struggle. Ever since we've got off the boat, we've been kicking and screaming and fighting to get what is our just desert. And we've got leaders and institutions and ways of doing these kinds of things. And out of this struggle have come great men who've made great names for themselves and made great contributions to the cause. And I dare say that there are young people now who are coming along who are going to make great contributions, who are going to do things worthy of a Paul Robeson and a W.B. Du Bois, you know, and a Frederick Douglass. We may not know their names, but they are out there, and they're struggling. So I keep my eye on the young folks as they come along, and I watch people. I watch Mustafa, and I know that Mustafa one day will be known far better than he is now as a true soldier in the battle. And I think that's a great credit. And for a young man or a young woman, you know, to dedicate their lives to making things happen. I mean, Mustafa, I'm sure, could go some other way. I mean, he's handsome, he's tall, he might get a small part in the motion picture, you know, and go on up to be a second-class star, who knows? But Mustafa says, no, I put that off. I got this particular fight that I want to fight. This battle, for me, is important. And that kind of spirit, Malcolm's spirit, you know, Garvey's spirit, the spirit that speaks to self-sufficiency and independence and pride. That's the kind of spirit that we know. So, man, I'm so sorry that I can't be here because Mustafa is here and Cliff and all the others, Emma Bowen, things like that. And, you know, the people that we've got here, This name, Gordon Parks, Melvin Van Peebles, and R.C. Davis. Let me tell you a little bit how those three names tie up. There was a time, some time ago, when a cat came out of Europe named Melvin Van Peebles. I hadn't heard of him. A few people had, but he brought a picture with him that he had made. And man, everybody looked, and the black brother had directed a major film, and it was making money at the box office. So everybody said Melvin Van Peebles. And then Gordon Parks wrote a book, The Learning Tree, you know, and Gordon somehow managed to get the money to make that particular film. It began to create a kind of excitement, and people in Hollywood say, hey, man, maybe. So out of that excitement came an opportunity for R.C. Davis to make a film called Cotton Comes to Harlem. I only quote this because it shows how we piggyback one on the other. We ride to success on each other's shoulders. One of us will do this, and out of that comes somebody else's capacity to do that, and then we go from that to that to that to that. And that's how we have to do it, one by one. Each one comes and puts his brick on the wall, and ultimately the big wall is built, the big building, the big temple is erected, because each one took the time to take his stone and put it correctly in the pile. All of the people who build the building don't get credit all the time, but they really should. And Mustafa Majid is one of those people who deserves the credit. And I'm building Mustafa up, not because of Mustafa. I mean, as I was coming to this place, I gave him a couple of cucumbers and tomatoes that Reuben and I grew in the garden, and that'll keep him quiet for a while. But you see, it's the Communications Industry Skills Center. I want him to be happy. I want him to know that I care. I want the brother to be there when the phone call comes in and I say, Mustafa, man, things are bad. We ain't getting no jobs. For film companies coming into our community, won't even hire us for water boy. Mustafa, help, come. I want Mustafa to feel that we love him and that he'll get up out of that bed and go and take care of business while I continue to take my nap. You see, Mustafa will be out there, and I'll feel good about that. I hope that that this fundraiser not only raises funds, but raises consciousness, and that in addition to FUND, that we have fun too, because struggle is healthy, struggle is necessary, and the entertainment industry isn't all about entertainment. There are other things on our minds, and we need once in a while to get together and talk serious business, because there's no going back. It's too late for that, you know. We have arrived on the scene, and we intend for the world to know that we have arrived on the scene. And by we, I mean blacks and Hispanics and women and people who've been left out. The door is not going to be shut in our faces ever again. So go ahead, have a good time. I've talked far too long, but it's only because this is such an important occasion, and I regret so much that I wasn't here, but I'm going to ask Mustafa when I get back, first thing, what went on, and I want him to tell me how beautiful you were and how magnificent this occasion was, so that I will remember it for the rest of my life, even if I were here only in spirit. Thank you.
Wow.
Well,
Powerful. Bonnie was saying how powerful that was, and you know, that's it's breath. It's humbling as well. You know,
it really is.
yeah.
You know.
You could tell that man is like he's like you know, connected to you. You know,
Yeah, brother. We have, we have the responsibility of doing all that we can do, and when it comes to your turn to come, the step to the paddle, and you have to swing. You know what I'm saying? Some of us reject it. Some of us who are very good at doing things, they don't do it. They don't give their best. They think that they can hide and they can get away from the struggle that we're going through. But they're going to be faced with it, brother, sooner or later. But you're not going to be able to run. That's why I already have acquainted myself with the struggle, with pain, with hurt. And that's why I'm doing it up to the day. And I still haven't stopped, brother. I'm still doing it. I just ran for office here in Philadelphia for councilman, So, I mean, brother, hey, even if you lose,
Well,
at
yeah,
least you say you've been up in there doing
you've
it.
been up in there. And that's what Bonnie was saying. She was saying Mustafa is the man of political voice. To me, he's the Black Panther in my time. Huh?
Okay.
And she's out of Chi-Town. And as I said,
Chi-town,
she's got
okay.
her own, yeah. And so that, you know how it is in Chicago. Come on.
Yeah,
I
I know,
mean,
brother.
and the nation is
That's where
strong, yeah.
Farrakhan live at, brother. You know what I'm saying? Cold Chicago. You know?
Chi-Town, ice water
Chi-town,
cold.
that's right.
That's like how
That's
you dress. Your dress is ice water cold. Huh?
right.
That's a fact. I mean, for years. I mean, the different. I don't think I ever saw you in the same, attire twice. If I did, I didn't notice it because it was just so well coordinated. The hookup was just they say immaculate, impeccable. What all the analogies that I can use to describe how you put your clothes, your vines together. AJ Lester, I think you brought them out one year, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well, brother, I always thought of how we should dress wherever
As
we're
kings
going
and
at.
queens, no doubt about
Yeah,
that.
you know.
As I said, your whole background, the whole thing was regal on that order. Like I said, I remember from Uptown, you were always, when I went to your crib, as I said, it was just mind blowing. You know what I mean? And that's just you here on one of your many chariots. So
Yes,
that's a fact.
you know.
And just over here representing to the fullest. Huh?
I
That
hear
scarf
you,
alone, that scarf's got to be G money.
brother.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, brother.
Ice water cold.
Yeah.
I say that, man. I repeat that. I said it before and I'll say it again. Here you are. Poor Mooney looks shook. He's all right. That's what's up.
Yes, my brother.
No doubt.
Him and Dick Gregory. But hey,
Uh-huh.
everybody got their turn. Then after that,
Yeah.
you got to go. So
Yeah, well,
use
we're
us
always just
as
going
we
home.
are alive. Use us and help us to obtain and to accomplish the things that will help all of us. It's no I, it's we. You know, it's no me. It's always we.
No doubt.
That's the only way we're gonna get over, brother.
That's how we get on. You
And
see
be
what Lamont
successful.
said, right? He
Huh?
said, you see what Lamont say, now you have run for the board of the dog catcher and let's drink champagne.
Oh yes, definitely.
Huh?
Lamont is my brother. That's right. I
No
love
doubt. But Chucky Chuck, that threw
it.
me. That
Chuck
really,
Chuck.
that
Uh-huh.
twisted me up, man. I said, Chucky Chuck, rap.
Yeah,
What?
he stayed on my case talking about you. He said, no, he said, I want him to interview you, Mustafa. He said, he needs to interview you. I said,
Oh,
okay.
man.
When the
It's an
time
epic.
comes, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'll be happy
No
to
doubt. It's
interview
my
him.
sister there. I just got a shout. Hi, baby. Hi, Delia. Lydia. Huh? Good to see you, baby girl. That's my girl. That's my baby girl. But yeah, man, this is a powerful, powerful piece. The groundbreaker. People don't forget it. Karen Bolton out of Wisconsin. She wanted to know when this was, when you were doing all this with Ozzie Davis and the whole
All
nine.
this was in the 80s and 90s.
Uh-huh.
Now what we're doing right now, we are sending the script out and we are notifying all of the top movie makers to view this and to come up with some money.
That's the main
You know
thing.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because
The
the
movie
script
is
is
gonna
already
be outrageous, brother. It's gonna be
out.
explosive.
But are
Very
you trying to
explosive.
make a TV series out of this as well to break it
Well,
down?
I mean, it's gonna be a TV series. Then
Mhm.
if they want to do it in the motion picture, I mean that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be, all the people that has played a part in these different scenes is going to have someone else play their parts if they're not living. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I think that's going to be explosive, brother. I mean, because there's a lot of scenes that you didn't see and you didn't show. But when that
I want to show this one now. I said I want to show this next clip to piggyback the champion off of. We left it with Ozzy singing your praises and telling the fight that you're fighting and that he's got your back. That's what he's saying.
Right.
And this one here. Let me see.
And we can't do it ourselves, but we can delegate. Thank you.
Would you give your name, please?
First of all, my name is Mustafa Majid. I'd like to say to the audience, to the friends, we like to welcome you to Harlem. You were saying, show you a nice hospitality. Right. But sometimes you find in every race, you have a bad seed. You have bad seeds in the Japanese, Chinese, Italian, like Al Capone, bad seeds. And then in the black race, which is no different.
Wait a second,
In the black race, there's no difference.
No bad seeds in the Irish.
And the Irish. Okay? In our race, we have a bad seed. Our bad seed is Roy Ennis. Roy, let me finish. Roy, I've been on the radio with you and a couple other places, and I see, Roy, that either you've been raped from your brain and somebody else must be put another brain in you, brother, because why would you disrespect Harlem? Why would you disrespect yourself? Why would you disrespect the black woman in Apollo Theater, knowing that the Apollo Theater is owned and run by blacks? Why would you do that? Why would you push your brother over? Why would you commit a vile and degradation on it? Why would you do that, brother? Why would
Do you want an answer?
Roy?
Do you want an answer?
Roy?
Do you want an answer?
No.
Do you want an answer? They don't ask if you don't want an answer.
One more question I want to ask you, Roy.
All right.
You know for yourself, you got your peers here right now watching you. Roy, you know that you are finished in Harlem. You are finished as being a leader. You are finished as far as even the white race. You're finished. There's nobody would ever trust you again. First of all, you're too emotional. You're too hard-headed. You're too stubborn. You're rebellious. And you're a fool, brother. I'm telling you, you're a fool, brother.
Are you ready now? Yeah. Mustafa, let me tell you. Mustafa, please let him answer. Let me tell you. The reason why that happened, the reason why that happened, because unlike most of those panty-waist black leaders that chumps like you intimidate, this is one you can't intimidate. All right? Let me tell you.
Listen, what
you claim that I'm finished.
Roy.
You claim I'm finished. All right? I will be in Harlem tomorrow. All those who want to finish me, meet me here. Okay? Because man, you are. Stand by. We'll come over here.
But my question is that we have a training program right now in broadcast here at the Apollo Theater. Because we have a lot of blacks and Hispanic youth right here in the audience. A lot of them want to get into the industry. A lot of them want to make a whole lot of money and become successful and famous, like y'all are. My question is that I'm an activist in the motion picture and television and construction industry. What I do, I go around with maybe 200 or 300 blacks and Hispanics, and we shut down motion picture productions, television productions, because when you see Kojak and Morgan Fairchild and Woody Allen and Bonfire, The Vanities, and Godfather 3, their productions are really white. There's no black, and when you see even some black movies whose staff is staffed with all white, or majority is white. And you got white writers writing programs for us to show the world that we are what they want us to be. Lacking intelligence, no family ties, these things that have destroyed the black family because they showed all over the world. What I'm saying, Jesse, is that I've reached out to you. Me and Bill Cosby been in the same studio for 3 years. Right. I've reached out to him for help, to help us to deal with these problems right here. I would like for Bill, because I love this brother. I think he's doing a lot of beautiful things. I would like for him to tell us, as black folks, since this industry is totally racist, how can he help us to get these black youth into the industry one way or another? Bill, first of all, Bill, I did not attack you, Bill. I did not attack you. The first thing I said, brother, is that I love you. I did not attack you. Now, if you want to take that personally, that's one thing. When you came into Kaufman and Story Studios, Bill, you had 4 cameramen. All of them was white, Bill. And I came to you like a brother, and I spoke to you. Okay? Now, Bill, you worked. Now, you marched with Martin Luther King Jr., okay? You marched with him. And everything that he did, along with Jesse, made a change in society. Am I right?
Wait a second. I want to talk to Mustafa, all right? Mustafa, let me ask you a question. Here in New York, the Jewish mayor, Ed Koch, has said, any Jew who votes for Jackson is crazy. Was that an anti-black comment?
Oh, certainly it was. First of all, Mayor Koch, as far as his having a stroke, I took that particular statement that he made is that he had a real problem. That stroke disturbed something up in his head. Because being a political politician, he would have not made a statement like that. I mean, Ward, who was the commissioner of the police department, had to come out and say, you know, you can say a lot of things, but you don't say nothing like that. I mean, that's wrong. You don't say. And I think that the Jewish community don't need anybody, you know what I'm saying, representing or speaking for them.
Mustafa Majid can strike fear into the hearts of America's toughest businessmen. He's a notorious civil rights activist who regularly raids offices and film sets anywhere he believes minorities are being discriminated against. Supporters praise him as a fearless campaigner for those who can't stand up for themselves. But critics say he's simply a street thug willing to use violence to get his way. Now, as Peter Wilkinson reports, Majid plans to bring his message to Australia.
Wow.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
We saw Big Al Sharp in there. He was big. Roy Ennis, Jesse, Bill, Will Smith. Powerful, man.
Yeah,
powerful,
man.
Brother.
Yeah.
And you know what? Let's keep it going. You want to elaborate, or you want to see the next clip?
Well, yes, I would say that, brother, with all of them felt, even Bill Cosby and Jesse Jackson, they felt that they can get away with telling black folks, Hispanic folks in the world, you know what I'm saying, what they was doing. But they didn't want to tell them what they wasn't doing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They wasn't doing a damn thing.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I pulled the covers off of them.
Right.
And showed their nakedness.
Okay.
And showed just how they was. And they didn't like that because I was inside the industry and I was fighting the white boys. But at the same time, you had the Bill Cosby and the Jesse Jacksons and all the rest of them doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Will Smith, all doing the same thing. Now look at their life now. Everything is exploding.
Yeah.
Will Smith, Jesse Jackson, all of them. Look at the hell that they catching now.
Twisted. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, and as I said, powerful. Everybody else is they can't. It's mind blowing.
Oh yeah.
And you were in their field. You were in their face, in their grill.
That's
you didn't play.
That's right.
Like I said, when you stuck your head in perks and the music stopped. You think I'm bullshit? That was real.
That's all God's work. That's not my work, brother. That's all God's work.
You know what I'm saying? But it's all But
I'm
yes,
not going to lie on none of them. I've showed you right there. This is a true story. This ain't been polished or changed. This is what happened.
I didn't know you renovated Lamont's office uptown.
Well, yeah, but I just put some nice things up there that he liked and I liked it. But
he said, he said Mustafa.
He said, Mustafa, he said, you a good designer. You know how to fix up things and make it look elegant. You know what I'm saying? So I just did what I could.
He said, Mustafa renovated my real estate office in Harlem, made my office like a kingdom for kings and queens to come. No doubt.
Lamont. Oh, God. Yeah, I love Lamont. I love the brother,
Let me show this next clip. Let's keep it going, cause this is where it gets into the middle. I love this, man. Okay. All right.
This is a commercial you all doing?
If you're white and you're filming or photographing something in New York these days,
who's the producer?
There's one man you pray you're not going to meet.
Yeah, okay, fine. Who's in charge? Right here. You in charge? You got an all-white crew here. I don't see no blacks or Hispanics. So that means the show is over.
His name is Mustafa Majid.
I don't care if you're from Russia.
And he's making life hell for anyone who doesn't toe his line.
Like I said before, y'all are not shooting no more here.
They used to say, when they heard my name, Mustafa Majid, they used to say, who is he? Now they say, where is he? There's no negotiation. So we shut them down.
Why don't they call the New York police?
You got to keep in mind that racism and job discrimination is a city, state, and federal offense. How you going to get around that? If you rape a woman and I come in and I fight with you and you pull a knife on me and accidentally you get killed, I will not go to jail. Well, racism is just like being a rapist.
Can these people harass us though?
Harass us? We enforcing the law. You shouldn't be here on the steps. You heard what the officer said.
Those large black men you see in the background are little more than thugs. They're there to make sure that reluctant white folk do exactly what Mustafa commands.
That was nice. They're gone now.
I want to put at least 10 to 20 men. I want to put to work on your production.
Mustafa Majid has gate-crashed more movie sets than any New York film director cares to remember. Ghostbusters, Batman, Godfather 3, Bonfire of the Vanities. In fact, just about anyone who dares to film in the Big Apple without hiring some of Mustafa's brothers.
Right now.
Extortion? Yes. But Mustafa always gets his way.
When they see busloads of blacks and Hispanics show up, choking the hell out of them, stopping them from making their movie, then they realize that we're not playing.
Requesting to speak to the director of the mayor's film office.
Mustafa has his own way of finding out where the movies are shooting on location. He just rings the mayor's office.
Try to sound a little white.
Sound white? What do you mean?
White. So when I get on the phone, I'll say, hello, this is Johnny. Yes, can you help me? So they won't think that I'm a black man. You got to change your voice. That's how you trick them.
Director Sidney Lumet was in town filming the movie Q&A with Nick Nolte.
We're not going to kill each other. You've got a serious and important fight on your hands.
And when poor old Sidney Lumet himself turns up to try and smooth things over, forget it.
If I can't work, you don't work. If I don't eat, you don't eat. And that's clear, simple, a baby understand that.
Needless to say, Mr. Lumet soon came around to Mustafa's way of thinking.
I said, they're making millions of dollars. I said, I'm not going to tolerate that no more.
Officially, Mustafa is employed by the city of New York to help blacks get jobs in the film industry.
Either the city's going to have to put a strong hand, down, make some demands, and make some real concrete changes, or this is going to be a hot summer.
This white one?
No, this blue one right here. This blue and white right here.
Needless to say, the site supervisors aren't about to argue.
Don King is a millionaire off of fights. Mostly he represents black fighters. We don't only just jump on white folks, we jump on black folks too. Who is the manager here?
I manage media and public relations. How can I help?
Who's over you? But I want you to get him on the phone because I just don't want to talk to you. Okay?
Mr. King, I don't know where Mr. King is.
I don't give a damn. Call somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. Call somebody else. I want to talk to somebody besides you. See, you got a lot of white folks working for him.
I got plenty to say.
But you ain't got to got What you got to do is keep your mouth closed before you get up. Okay?
What's the matter with the color of my skin?
Hey,
I mean,
fuck that. You say we talking about black talk now. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have fired Yusuf Shah. Period.
Now, if all of this seems like one of those things that could only happen in New York, think again.
You know, I know one thing. You better watch it before you get yourself hurt.
what is this,
okay?
man?
Mustafa Majid is talking about coming to Australia.
I would organize the Aborigines because I hear that Australia is very racist. Demonstrations is good, but I don't demonstrate on the outside of a building. Whatever the problem is, I confront it directly. I come right into your office. And if your secretary says to me, "Oh, do you have an appointment, Mr. Majid?" I just walk past her and everybody else. Yeah, this is his office here. Yeah, this is his office here.
There's no doubt Mustafa's bully boy methods have created a lot of short-term jobs for blacks. But you get the feeling the real winner from all of this is Mustafa Majid.
But here you are. Here, what? Your suit is a cashmere.
No, but this is a nice suit.
It's a very nice suit.
Yes.
Tie, shirt, waistcoat, gold chains, beautiful office.
I'm immaculately dressed.
You've sold out.
You're going to describe my appearance as selling out? You dress well. The people of your station, the president, he dressed well.
You're not telling me you relate to the unemployed blacks and Hispanics outside. You relate more to the people in this office, in this building.
No. I relate to the poorest of the poor. And the example that I showed them is the example you see right here. You let Don King know that we're going to have some hell from us. He won't be in this building. You let him know we'll be back.
Wow. Wow. Yo. Yeah, and that last clip was leading into with brother Dick Gregory. And it's this brother here. I want to say, hey, what's up, Ricky? I got Ricky Jason is on board. And Ricky, it just so how timing, you say timing is everything, right? And God's right. Ricky's a protege of Dick, Dick Gregory. Yeah. You and him might need to get together. Because Ricky's he's out of Beaumont, Texas. That's brother Ricky here. That's Ricky and Beaumont. And
I'd love to meet you. Tell her, brother, I'd love to meet him.
Here he is with his mentor. Here he is with Martin Luther III.
Yes.
And Ricky made a powerful documentary as well, brother Mustafa.
Yes, sir.
It's called you remember in 1997 when they dragged that black man in Jasper, Texas, behind a pickup van, and they decapitated him, and
I remember that, brother.
The life and tragic death of James Byrd Jr. Him and Dick Gregory got together on that. You feel me? So I'll give you all his information. I'll give him if that's okay.
Yes, give him my information.
I'll do that, no doubt. Thank you. But yeah, I just wanted to, and he came on at that point when Dick Gregory came on. So it's timing is everything, as you know.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. But the winning documentary, he just had me, he just wrote that to point that out to you. And Lamont keeps saying this. He want me to show that. Mustafa's favorite word is filthy McNasty.
Oh, yeah. I hear you, Lamont. Filthy McNasty. That's right.
All right. Yeah. So you want to elaborate on that?
Well, brother, you know what I'm saying? Any brothers that's connected to Dick Gregory and Paul Mooney, and you know what I'm saying, who can help in helping to produce this TV series, yes, give them my number and
All
have
right,
them call
definitely
me.
will. Yeah, you'll have it. I'll give him yours, and we'll exchange.
Yes,
He said he needs you to come to Houston, Texas, and get Cornell X and Houston activist Cornell X. This he'll tell you about it. But I don't want to get too far off track with the groundbreaker.
That's
But yeah,
right.
I'll hook you up with Ricky, no doubt. He's a powerful brother, and he sounds like Smokey Robinson. He sings too.
Oh, you really? Okay.
What?
Okay.
And I was blown away. But yeah, so as Black people, we got so many talents, and
Oh,
like I
yeah,
said,
brother.
Lamont, Chuck,
It's
rapping,
overflowing with talent, brother.
overflowing. Okay, and yeah. So you want to elaborate on that before I go to the next clip?
Well, brother, I think that all of us, why we should be so much into the motion picture and television, because we are the ones who have all of the talent. I mean, just overflowing with talent. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you see brothers like Michael Jackson and all of them pass on, we got other brothers that will replace them and sing and dance and do everything that we thought the other brother who just passed was doing. But here we got one right here that's doing it even better.
Even better, yeah.
Even better.
That's the thing about it. Yeah, that's fascinating, but that's real. That's
right.
real too. But I'm fascinated. He's just, step to these people, these cats, man. He's a powerful man. He's a Hollywood player. Sidney Lumet and Kojak and Telly Savalas, Woody Allen. I know you had your run-ins with that cat, shutting his joints down.
That's right. That's right.
And then Don King, like you said, we don't just jump on white folk, we jump on Black folk too.
That's right. If they're not, if they're not right, we gotta make them right.
We gotta make them right, huh?
That's right.
And you didn't have no qualms about getting in somebody's grill to let them know, like, yo, check this out. You don't have no blacks and no Puerto Rican, no Latinos on your people of color. You shut down. What did you tell Sidney Lumet? Huh? I don't eat.
You don't eat. If I can't pay my bills, you won't be able to pay your bills.
And he said, he tried to placate you and said, well, Mustafa, you're right, and such and such and so on. But hey, yeah, whatever. Whatever.
We gotta hold them. We gotta hold them to what you say. What is right, brother?
Yeah, no doubt.
The police department is mixed with every nationality, so we should see on every level of motion picture, television, construction, everything should be Black and Latino. That's right. It's not. You're not trying to cast nobody out.
No doubt.
Like Ozzy Davis said, it's not going to be that way forever. No, we're going to make a change.
But he definitely was championing your cause, no question about it. He had your back 100%, man. He's there. And all these other brothers, Bill and all these cats, man. I want you to tell a story about how you helped in getting Bill out of the joint. Not now. Let me run this clip. This one here, to elaborate on where you were with Dick Gregory, was giving you your props as well. Right. And I want to run that, and then you come back and then talk about how you help Bill Cosby, get out of jail.
Right.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's okay with me, brother.
No doubt.
Let me say thanks for there's nothing like getting honored by your peers. You trick everybody else. But you can't trick your peers. My brother Mustafa, he put this together. Amen. And so again, I just say thank you to my brother Paul Mooney, but just all of them.
You don't know what it looks like. I go all over the world. 98% of my audience is white folks. You don't know what it's like to see your faces. To see your faces.
Thank you.
So thank you, my brother.
So Mustafa is in here, huh?
He wants to be. He probably will be next year.
Here you go. During the Mayor Streets administration, there was a lot of institutions that my organization had to demonstrate against and shut down because of the rampant racism and the exclusion of blacks and Latino and people of color. You see on the right-hand side of me, the great and the only Sylvester Johnson, who was like an angel, when I first arrived in Philadelphia, and was concerned about the employment of my people getting a fair share, which they didn't. First it was SEPTA. We had demonstrated against SEPTA, L trade. They had no blacks, no Latino. Then it came, the next was the Constitutional Center. No blacks, no Latino on the side. Then the Liberty Bell. Then it was so many other institutions. And then after we came here to City Hall, which we in front of City Hall, once we met with the judge and I think it was Fox, what was the law firm? Wolf Block. Yeah, Wolf Block. Now they're out of business, but they had about 8 attorneys. And the judge told them that if you want to stop Mr. Majid from coming on your construction site, then hire more people of color. And he said, since I know that Mr. Majid have several politicians that's demonstrating along with him, he said you should be very careful. You know, if they get arrested, you're going to have a problem. So he informed them that they should hire more people of color. Then we came down to the mayor's office, and the mayor's office, which I brought at least 3 letters to ask the mayor to listen to us and listen to our grief and our problems, but it went on deaf ear. So we went to the mayor's office and shut his office down, and the police and the media came there. And then when his nephew came out and said, well, the mayor, Streets would like to talk to you now, Mustafa. I said, tell the mayor I'm too busy demonstrating against him. I'm not in the mood. And then you got City Hall here where they was steam blasting and repairing City Hall inside and outside, and everybody that was outside, on scaffolds and inside painting the chambers was lily white. That's the problem. And these problems, if Martin Luther King was here, if Nelson Mandela was here, they would be right here on the side of me doing the same exact thing, because we are being violated and we don't even realize that this is a shame and this is an insult to black men that are strong, that will stand up and not tolerate this foolishness. And right now under another administration, it's the same thing. Go around Philadelphia, you will find that on all of these construction sites is lily white. And the only thing that when you see us on there, we are security and nothing else. And as far as black and Latino men being contractors, they're not getting the contracts. So we're not even getting 10%, but the government sends millions of dollars for these construction sites. We are not being bailed out at all. And then by us not standing up as black men, this is the result. Total racism. We are like excluded from the workforce of construction, motion picture, and television here in this city that we call brotherly love and sisterly affection. That's what we are faced with. And like Martin Luther King say, how long? How long are we going to keep doing this? We can't blame nobody but ourselves. So I hope that you think about this. Let's do something about it, because enough is enough. Thank you.
Excuse me, what is your name? What do you do?
My name is Mustafa Majid.
Okay.
I'm an activist.
I'm an activist too.
Oh, well, that's fine. But you see all these job sites, if If you don't get your people and bring them out here and deal with that.
Didn't you have an organization?
Yes, CISC. Give them the information.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right. Let me get you a flag. It's my brother here, brother. Take a good one on this right here. They don't come no better than this, brother. They don't come no better than this and no greater than this. Okay?
That's good. Would you like to say anything?
Right behind us is Independence Hall. We shut that down also. No blacks, no Latino working on this building. The Liberty Bell, which symbolizes freedom, justice, and equality for all, except for people of color. The governor had recharged him, as well as with the mayor, for having a building built to put the Liberty Bell in and forgot about us. No blacks, no Latino, and no women. What about that? What brought me here with a bus full of demonstrators to shut these two buildings down? It was an injustice done. And everybody looked like they was baffled. Like, well, I didn't have nothing to do with this. I didn't have nothing. The mayor, the governor, all of them. But yet, the building that was being built, these two buildings that you see here, was full, lily white, with workers, electricians, carpenters, bricklayers, stone setters. Need I go on? That's why I brought a bus here and shut them down. Nobody got arrested. And all of the police from the city, state, and federal government was here. Asking, well, what can we do now? They should have done that before I got here. We all want to work at independence. Independence. Everybody want to be independent. When you're independent, that means you got a job. You can take care of yourself. You ain't got to worry about welfare or begging somebody for money. If we work, we should be able to work all the time in a city that we help build. And when we don't do it, it's not only the city, state, and federal government is to blame, but we are blamed. We should blame ourselves for letting this type of destruction and this type of unbridled justice, you say, happen in our city. We're just to blame as they are. Anything that's built in Philadelphia, black folks should be involved with. That's what we should be doing. We got all the black politicians from the city, state, and federal government. So how can something like this happen? Why? Because somebody turned their head. Was it a mistake? No, it wasn't a mistake. It was intentional. And now you got everybody from around the world is coming here to visit these two centers, coming to see the Liberty Bell, which stands for freedom, justice, and equality, independence of America. Think about that. Thank you.
Wow. Incredible. Before I move any further, tell everybody who that lady on the right of you in the piece was, who that queen was.
Can you repeat that?
I was saying, tell everybody who that lady, that's your queen. Inez
That's my
Reyes.
wife.
That's your wife, right? And she put together this incredible, this powerful.
Yes, she did the whole video.
She hooked it up.
That's
did
right.
an incredible job. Hats off to you, sister.
She's amazing.
Yes.
She's amazing. That's right.
Yes. And I want to read a few of the comments that people were saying as well. And Ricky Jason pointed out that you need to come to Houston, Texas, and get Quano X, Houston activist on board. Also, some other fights that he's fighting on the front lines. He said that Dick Gregory told him all about you. Okay, so he knows who you are without knowing. And then Bonnie says we need you in Chicago as well, you know, and yeah, no doubt. most definitely. And
brother, I will come to any part of any city in every state,
no doubt,
and raise hell and raise money.
No,
You know what I'm saying? Because this is the time. We can't wait no longer.
no longer. And Lamont, aka in the Witness Protection Program, Chucky Chuck says that one time me, Doc Khalil, and Mustafa was hanging out tough.
Oh yeah,
Huh?
man. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would have Lamont to go with me to all of the states and to raise money and to raise consciousness in our people.
Yeah.
Because until then, brother, ain't nothing happening. I mean, come on, brother. I mean, if I have brothers from our brother Louis Farrakhan call me and said, Mustafa, show us how to shut down major avenues in all states. There's a technique that you do with this. You know what I'm saying? And I have that technique and I have the knowledge on how to do this.
And you got mad connections.
Oh, yeah.
You are hooked up. You are connected and plugged in 100.
That's
100%. No question about it. Ozzie Davis, huh? What Ozzie's saying? Dick Gregory, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Come on. Ozzie was saying, listen, if I need help, if there's some, something going on where there's injustice in the industry, who does he say he calls?
He called me, brother.
Mustafa Majid.
Yeah, that's
huh?
right.
Enough is enough, as you said, as that sister said at the beginning. I love that. Huh? She lays it out. She said, if Mustafa is not on your radio is not on. Huh? Okay?
That's right.
Alhamdulillah. And Ricky Jason points out powerful. He says he loves it. And Karen says, talking about you could pay her bills. Only kidding. Yeah. Got to have a little bit of levity in there somewhere, right?
Hey, brother, let's do it. I always say, don't talk about it. Let's be about it.
And Ricky says he misses his teacher and friend, Dick Gregory, and I know he does. And that clip there, we want to show the last clip in that series to capsize this powerful documentary, incredible. And again, like I say, that's leather.
Yes, but that's polo leather. That's polo leather.
Yo,
so
man.
I ain't got to say how much it costs. That's polo leather.
Oh, baby. That looks like just butter. That just looks
and that brother right there, he's one of the captains of the Nation of Islam in New York.
He's in Mars 7. He's in 7.
Mars 7. He's the captain of Mars 7.
I'm gonna show real quick with some of your
that's my Arabian horses, brother.
Damn, she's beautiful. That's a filly?
That's in Philadelphia.
No, I mean the mare. She's beautiful.
Oh yeah, that's a Arabian. That's a Arabian.
Beautiful
horse there. That's right, brother.
Let me show you with
came from Arabia.
I like this here. You got
that's the lion. That's right. So you see how calm he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You can't.
Mustafa, don't stop. Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
You know.
And then
and that was in California.
Oh, this is Cali?
Yeah, Cali. Yeah.
Oh, it's not on your spread now?
No. They won't allow tigers and lions in any public places. No. Because they see children and they think they're supposed to attack them and eat them. So no. You can't have that in no city.
This is a different one, right?
Yeah,
how many?
That's a different one. I had 6 of these Arabian horses. That's a different one.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I called him Sultan.
That's
what his name was, Sultan.
And I want to show this last clip in that order there, and then let you elaborate.
Yes. We're here at the Liberty Bell. Back in 2003, the construction work that was going on to put this Liberty Bell inside this beautiful building had workers. The problem was there was no blacks or Latino workers or people of color working on this site right here. And when we came up, me and my demonstrators, we came up a bus full of blacks and Latino, we shut this same site down. And the problem that we see that here in Philadelphia, it's been like this for a long time. The Liberty Bell, which stands for freedom, justice, and equality, but yet none of us was there. No one wanted to take the blame for having such a thing like this happen. So we went in from the first floor, the second floor, the third floor. We shut every floor down. There was every police agencies that was here, from the mayor's office, from the governor's office. We even had the rangers who wear the brown uniforms, and they had guns. And and the captain asked me, he said, you know, you're not supposed to be on government or state properties. I said, you got all these rangers here, but I don't see no black or Latino rangers or women. What happened to that? So this is what I call injustice. If the Liberty Bell is unjust, then you don't have to go to the mayor's office or the governor's office. You know what I'm saying? Because it's definitely against the laws of this land here. So I'm saying that right now, we are trying to make sure that this never happens again. Can you blame the mayor or governor? Because both of them is involved with this. The Liberty Bell should have been built from the ground up with every nationality involved that you see here right now that's going in here to see the Liberty Bell. Okay? The world know about the Liberty Bell. So if it's an injustice in the Liberty Bell, then there's an injustice in the city of Philadelphia, the mayor's office, the governor's office. And this is why we're here today. I hope you think about that, and we have to stand up as a people. When you see injustice, it doesn't make a difference if it is small or big. You should stand up. And this is what we're asking y'all to do, is to stand up, I'm saying, to stop all this injustice that's going on all over our country, particularly here, which is the cradle of democracy, here in Philadelphia. We call this city the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection. Where is it? This was not a mistake that there was 100% whites working on this building here. They forgot about us. And as long as we stay asleep, they're going to continue to forget about us. So we got to do all that we can and have some courage. If you say you believe in God, then show it. Don't talk about it, be about it. Thank you, my beloved brothers and sisters. Things have changed, and the only way it's going to change is that us change this city. I done demonstrated that you can shut down City Hall, you can shut down the Constitution Center, you can shut down whatever is in this city. We represent this city.
Inside your heart, you don't have to be afraid of what you are. There's an answer if you reach into your soul, and the sorrow that you know will melt away. And a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and So when you
Thank you, my brother.
Of the love.
Very good, brother.
Yeah. Incredible, incredible. Yeah. Can I say? My man says, amazing brother, very powerful, which it is. And that was just an incredible piece. Hats off to your queen, Inez Reyes, for
Right.
doing an unbelievable, incredible job on that. And I wanted to read something that Lamont Chucky. Every time I see Chucky Chuck, I just the name, you know. I know it's Lamont, but you know what I'm saying. He's talking, yeah, Chucky Chuck got me with that. He said, "You got to know Mustafa's in the real lion's cage, like a black Tarzan." He said, "No weapon, just his bare hands." You know how Lamont be talking.
That's right. Yes.
Play with his violin. Yeah, you see that line on the driver's commercials? He was playing with his live line. Man, my brother was very courageous, no doubt. And he talks about how he hangs out. I just showed that where I was seeing the one where he says how he hung with back in the day. So he said so shutting down movies was easy. I hung out with some crazy black men in my lifetime, like that Khalid Mohammed and Mustafa Majid and his queen Majida Majid, a bad Latina, huh?
Right.
Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah, you got it right.
Okay, that was beautiful, brother. Most definitely.
But I thank you for bringing me on your show. I enjoyed myself. And anytime you need me to come back on when the movie come out, which that should be shortly. I mean, we still got some things that we still got to raise more money. You know what I'm saying? To put this on, you know, on as far as on TV, showing it all, which is going to be more, extent, more stronger, more brilliant. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful TV series.
No doubt. God bless you, my brother. I appreciate you, and I want to thank you. Alhamdulillah, and many blessings to you throughout. You and your queen. Oh, yes, most definitely. I appreciate you 100%. That was just such exposed, and enlightened the audience, my audience, to just incredible. Because people did like Ozzie Davis was saying in the beginning. They say it's a good thing. They say it's almost like he didn't say blessing in disguise. He paraphrased it, but saying that people don't know your name.
Right, right.
He said that's a good thing because then you can get inside.
I don't know about now. Now they know my name. they know my face.
They used to say, "Who is he?" He said, "Now where is he?"
Right.
This brother here. Read a couple more than I let you go. She goes often phrase, "Don't talk about it, be about it."
Endeavors.
No doubt. Great show, man. Great interview, and I want you to enjoy the rest of Philly's kicking ass, man. They beat Boston in the in the champions in basketball. Lamont says, "Bring you to Springfield Day." That's what they're gonna be talking about. You. Well, you know who Chucky Chuck is now, right?
Oh yeah, I knew that. I knew that years ago.
You knew that years ago, yeah. Because he told me when he came back uptown that nobody knew. He said nobody knew that he rapped or anything like that. That they didn't really know Chucky. Because I was like, yo, man, because I was a little bent. I was like, damn, Chuck. And I'm asking people, where's Lamont Baker?
Yeah, Chucky.
Where's Lamont Baker? They said, who? I said, oh, there he is. And so you talking about Chuck? I'm like, who, Chuck? They said Chucky Chuck. I'm like, nah, man. I thought I was in a bad episode of the Twilight Zone.
I hear you.
But yeah, man, it was most definitely a pleasure. It's good seeing you again after all this time and stuff.
Yes, my brother.
So Springfield, we talk about all that, and I'm gonna give you brother Jason's contact number, anything you want. The audience, we got 655 people up in this piece now, and they hung out. We had 5 and some change, and some more people showed up, and you
Yes,
represent
sir.
the fullest. You in your king's chair in your palace,
Yes.
huh? Yes, sir. Anything you want anybody else to know?
I just want everybody to know to whatever they're having in their city or their state, if it's large enough and enough people are coming out, please invite me. You know what I'm saying? Please invite me because I want to get to be
Well, you
able to
got
talk.
Chi-Town, you got Barty Franklin. I'll give your information as well, if that's okay. She
Yes,
has
that's
a
okay.
podcast. She's out of Chi-Town, and she'll bring you to Chicago
Yes,
and
okay.
champion your cause. And Ricky, again, with Beaumont, Texas, and he's fighting for there's several fights. We want justice for brother, a Muslim,
Yes.
Momir Abdul Jamal. You heard of him.
It's been a
Yeah.
long time he's been, brother, in jail. Yes,
So he's fighting for him.
yes.
And there's a Christopher Shaw and out of Beaumont, Texas, and he's fighting for that brother who's paralyzed by the cops, racist police in Beaumont
Uh-huh.
while he was handcuffed, in custody already,
Oh
mind
yeah,
you.
brother. They don't have a problem with that. They can have chains around his ankles and they'll still abuse him.
And they slammed him on concrete, and this is on video. And they're trying to get the videotape because all this was on body cam. But
Right.
he slammed him, and now the brother's paralyzed. Yeah, so Ricky's, he's fighting a hard and uphill fight, but it's a fight, where justice will prevail because when God is on your side and Allah is on your side,
Who
it's
can be against you, brother? Who can be
no weapons
against
can be formed against you.
you? That's right.
And that's right. God bless you, brother. I'm gonna let you go.
God bless you, brother.
Because you're sitting here. We've
Everybody
got
else that's
37 minutes.
listening to this program, God bless you too.
I appreciate you.
And let us move on.
Enjoy the rest of the night.
Yes, sir. Thank you, my brother.
Mustafa.
Peace, love, and blessings.
Peace, love, and blessings. Yes, no doubt. Mustafa Majid, y'all. That was powerful. That was incredible. Brother Mustafa, I want to thank at least, as I said, this show is produced by Chucky Chuck. And I want to thank Chuck for bringing Mustafa back into my life again and, champion his cause. And it's a beautiful thing, man. And Sister Inez Reyes for doing an incredible job with that piece that she put together for her king. And the way he just deals with things, man, it's just it's amazing. But it's all good, and I want to thank you all for hanging out with us. And as always, stay up, stay positive. You can't be in the wrong if you're doing the right thing. And persistence always overcomes resistance. So always keep God first and foremost, the Most High Jehovah God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Peace. And thank you.